I'll go, Shoshalosa. And you go,
Shoshalosa.
Gule zumtabe.
Gule zumtabe.
Astimulesa Newcastle.
Astimulesa Newcastle.
Jubiayo.
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 Lumberpunks.
Lumberpunks.
That's it.
It's a gold first.
In the worlds before Monkey, primal chaos reigned.
G'day viewers, this podcast is brought to you by Koala Karma the Chill Out Drink. Sit back, relax, pick up your axe.
Because it's your time to chillax. No.
Chillax. I like it. On today's podcast, we bring you the Lumberpunks.
Rory, Sam and Tyson.
3 champions who've put together the greatest axe throwing thing ever.
Recreational activity.
Of all time in Miami. But let's not ruin the intro. Are you there?
Viewers.
Da-da-da-da. Tuesday night, Burley Heads. How are you, Rika Waters?
Good, thank you.
Yeah?
Thanks for having me.
Feeling good today?
Yeah.
Yeah?
A bit tired.
Are ya?
Yeah.
You look a little like you...
A bit deflated.
Yeah, but you had a bath last night or something.
I know, that's probably why.
Yeah?
I'm clean.
I can't do that to you this episode. I'm such an ass. Hey, guess who's here? The Lumberpunks! Hey! I'm so stoked you're here.
Awesome.
Now, for the audio,
Yep.
Tyson,
Correct.
Sam,
This is what I sound like.
Rory,
That's me.
that's you.
Yay.
All right. Now, I'm stoked you're here. I was going to mention before, you guys were going to come here only 3 or 4 weeks ago when you first, or even more maybe,
Yeah, it was right just before.
grab that thing.
It was just after we opened. He got in contact and said, "Can you come on down and have a chat?" And we had a few things in the pipeline, so we had to push it back. Unfortunately,
Yeah, of course you did.
Yeah, it was about 6 weeks, so we've been about 9 weeks now. Yeah, so
Right.
yeah, it's a lot has happened since then. Though. Yeah.
I couldn't tell you, and I'm stoked. You know, you did come back because 2 people pulled out that week, and I was like, "Damn!" But the Lumberpunks, because I can't think of another thing in the city that's happened lately that more people have gone. They're doing what? Like,
Yeah.
what is this place?
Yeah.
And everyone tells someone, and someone else told someone else, and you know, and I actually remember your face from Dracula's.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, correct.
And I only found out it was that was you, Tyson, only 3 or 4 weeks ago when Shanae
okay.
told me.
Yeah, right,
And I saw
okay.
a picture in the paper and went, damn.
Yeah.
You know, you don't forget your face, I reckon.
No, it's a pretty hard one to forget.
Hell
absolutely.
yeah, man.
Yeah. So you met Jesse. I heard
Yes.
your podcast with Jess.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
He's in the same circles. Like,
course.
Yeah, we used to be at Dracula's together. So yeah, there's
And Hell at the Moon, did you get in on
I
that
never did
show?
Howl at the Moon.
Okay.
Yeah, no. There was a couple that went from Dracula's to Howl. But yeah, no, I wasn't an accomplished enough singer to actually sing my way into a spot there. So
But dude, man, yeah, like I say, no one forgets your face. And I haven't seen you since then.
yeah, right.
But I would see you around about... I was living in Surfers at the time.
Yep.
Like, there's that dude. You know, there's that dude. Like,
Well,
like what a dude.
I did a lot of stuff, like my background. So I met Rory. I met him at university, and we were both doing theatre. And so when I was doing theatre, at the same time I was working at Dracula's on the floor and stuff. And then that sort of, from university theatre, I started moving into stand-up comedy, and then started getting into the show at Dracula's as well. So like I've sort of been in those circles, but yeah, and then doing a lot of stand up outside of Dracula's, and I've just been doing lots of different things all through my life, and then just finished working at Hard Rock Cafe for the last 10 years as well. So yeah, so everyone has the same reaction. I've seen you somewhere before, haven't I? Yeah.
We were just talking about this before we started recording. Hey, look, I've been living in the Currumbin Valley for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Which is like beautiful, but it's another world.
Yeah.
I call Surfers Paradise the big city. Hey, kids, pack the car. We're going to the big city.
We're off to the big smoke.
Yeah, and that's what I legitimately call it. And we did a gig in there the other day, and this cover band, and we were like, whoa, the big city. Put on a nice shirt.
Something with a collar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it a Hawaiian
So
shirt?
there's a million questions, right? And no doubt you've done heaps of press already.
Yeah, we've done a fair bit. Yeah, like we've been pretty damn lucky from the start. Like, as soon as we opened up the doors, like everyone's interest was like, what is it that you do? What is it? Like, because it's such a foreign concept, you know, like to throw axes for fun and recreation and especially for us to have a business based around it. So it's really sparked the interest of a lot of people, and everyone's curious as hell just to get in there and sort of find out what it's about. You know, like a lot of people that come through the door, they just literally want to have a look at the place and go, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Clarify what's going on here. You know, like so. But yeah, no, it's been really, really good. We had quite a good start though. So what happened was Sam and I were piecing together all the bits and pieces, and Rory was helping us with parts of the actual business, and we cottoned on to the fact that Jason Momoa was going to be here on the coast doing Aquaman, and so we tried to figure out a way of, you know, maybe we can get in contact with him. We tried a couple of different, you know, tactics, and finally, like, one came through, and it was just awesome. As soon as we heard it, like, our hearts just burst, and we were like, excellent. And so the word back from him was that he was excited to, you know, that there was a place that he could throw axes in. He'd love to come in. It was just, you know, when that would happen, we don't know. So that was sort of roughly around the time that we were going to come in and do this podcast with you.
Yes.
And we were like, oh, look, we'd really like to have this under our belt before we come and have a chat to you, because, you know, like, it'd just be something a bit more interesting on top of what we're already doing, and you'd be able to have a bit of a juicier chunk of it. So once that happened though, like, it blew up. Like, it really did. Like, we started getting people from we were getting traffic from the US. We had people, you know, trying to get photos, you know, that we took throughout the night. Wow. And so, yeah, that just led on to so many other things. Like, you know, we started getting I started getting newspaper, and then magazine interviews, and then radio interviews, and then, you know, like online video, all that sort of stuff. So I've been really lucky at the start of this, business, to have so much traction, you know, and everyone. One of the key things about this business that, you know, when me and Sam were sort of talking about, you know, what do we do? One of the essential parts was there's this concept called social currency, and social currency is like when you do something and you're impressed and you want to tell your mates about it, and so you share it online. So one of the big boxes that this had was that, you know, whenever someone throws an axe and gets it in, they want to tell everybody about it. So that's one of the blessings that we've had, which has been really good. Yeah.
I Googled you guys before I came back, but the prices are really reasonable.
Yeah.
Aren't they? 'Cause that's what I thought, because I actually assumed it was going to be really expensive because it's such a novelty.
I'd say if it was,
Isn't
I'd be devoed, because I didn't even think of the price. Like, how do I have to hire an axe, by the way?
No.
it's
We
like
supply the axes.
an
Yeah,
hour and a
thank
half, $45 for an hour and a half. Like, that's an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And and the bigger the group, the cheaper
You can
it
buy
gets.
beer there.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can have.
Can't buy normal beer. You can buy
Get in that-
non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah. So
Is that right? Okay, that's all right.
Because
I get right into alcoholic beer in Japan, actually. Non-alcoholic.
Well, think about it this way, like axes, as far as we're concerned, like axes and booze sort of is a touchy mix. So, yeah.
Because
So,
we love
Just basic
both.
spirits.
yeah, absolutely.
Just basic spirits, non-alcoholic
That's
beer.
it, exactly. So like, you know, we want people still, look, the concept of us selling non-alcoholic beer sort of worked in our favour for the fact that, you know, like drinking's more, 80% of drink is actually a social thing rather than actually getting pissed. You know, so like it's so you can still have a beer there, but you'd have to, you know, like drink a whole carton before you even get tipsy. You know, so but yeah, like it's just,
I'm surprised non-alcoholic beer isn't more popular.
Well, that's the thing.
When in Japan, you can't drink and drive at all. There's no 0.05. And I was like, oh, man, this is bummed.
In the
You're on
US, it's
holiday,
huge
so you
as
want to
well.
go get some ramen. I can't eat ramen without a beer.
A big
Yeah.
And
beer,
that's
yeah.
all right, give me one of those non-alcoholics which are everywhere. I'm like, this is my shit now.
Yeah.
Turns out that's all I want as a bloke. It's just that horrible taste that I love so much.
Yeah, it's
And it just fills all the void.
if you have a look at the US market for like non-alcoholic beers, it's actually grown faster than any other SKU of beer.
Right.
Because you've got so many people that are dependent on alcohol as a stimulant for themselves. So they want to not drink, but they want to drink as well. So there's so many different flavors and stuff. In Australia, there's maybe I think there's only one commercially done in Australia, and all the others are imported. So I honestly think if the market's going, sorry, we're talking beers, but if the market's going, if the market's going the way that the US market's going to go, like someone better quickly jump onto this and start bringing out really decent flavored, like a non-alcoholic IPA or an APA or something with a decent sort of, crunch to the flavour to it.
And the Lumberpunks are well and truly on board to come in on the taste testing for the production of said non-alcoholic
Oh,
beers.
Do you like beer, Rory?
Just
Do you
slightly.
like beer, mate?
You wouldn't believe it, but
Well,
he does.
Okay, Sam, I first met you at Cooley Hotel.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, now look at all these band posters.
I know.
I'm in one of these crappy cheeseball cover bands, right?
I know. I was admiring.
You would
these
appreciate
as I
this,
walked
mate.
in.
And just like you were saying, Tyson, we all want a beer,
Yeah.
but we all know you go, yeah, I'm having a great time. Oh, shit, I've had one too many.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, no. I do it on this podcast show.
Yeah.
The time you guys didn't come in, we started drinking champagne. And I couldn't, my mind and my mouth just couldn't link up.
Yeah, they parted ways, yeah.
So there's a legitimate, we just need to get into the zone.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of people, because Sam and I and Rory, we've all worked hospitality for years and years and years and years. And when we were coming up with the idea for the business, because we've been, Sam and I, we used to work at Hard Rock together. So Sam was my bar manager and I was his, supervisor under him. And bar work's excellent. The only problem with bar work is drunk people. If you can get rid of that, it's so much fun. But
Isn't it weird? It gets to a certain time.
oh yeah,
We do a
absolutely.
gig till 1:30 in the morning. He's like, man, it's going to be great until 12:15.
Oh yeah, and you can feel it. You feel
And
it
then
in the
all of
room
a sudden
when
it's
it's
just like,
changing, and you go,
you forget. You can't even talk to us.
It's all over.
They're great people. That's just what alcohol does.
exactly.
It does. People.
I'm one of those people.
Mr. Hyde comes out.
Yeah.
But Sam. I mean,
Another beer?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Sam.
If you hear a bottle smash, send help.
Yeah, exactly. Especially since we're drinking from cans. But yes, I mean, Sam's been at the Cooley Hotel for. You were there for how long?
2014. I was down there until 2016.
Have you ever seen a fight?
A couple, one or two.
Oh, mate. That's not so bad there now, I think. But
It's a
wow.
lot different. It
Dude,
used to be.
nuts.
It did.
You
It
got some
did.
crazy stories from the Cooley.
Yeah, it was fun, but they've done a lot down
Yeah.
there to sort of clean
And good
that image
security.
up. Yeah, that's
really
the key.
good security guys
That's
with
the
good
key.
smiles on their faces,
Yes.
and they're always there. They know the room and they care.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and they're attentive and they're watching what's going on, and that way they can react to things before they come problems. The issues arise when things are allowed to kind of play out to a point,
Yeah.
where they should have been intervened. But
They were a lot more preemptive than any other sort of place because they had to be because it was just that sort of environment.
Absolutely.
But I remember the first time I ever saw where they have the license scanners on the front. That was the first time I ever saw it, and I was going, I don't even understand why are they doing this. And then after going to the Cooley a couple of times, I realised why they were doing it.
Well, it's a really good deterrent. If somebody goes into a bar and they know that their license has been scanned, so all of their details are there, their date of birth, their age, possibly their address, they may be less likely to act in a way that they...
Yeah.
Yeah,
They definitely wouldn't do it twice. They'd be caught
exactly.
The first
I mean, it's not 100% rule all the time, but it's you're always going to get the bad with the good. It's kind of just how you deal with it and just recognising those issues.
So here's where you take. Okay, so we're all wild. Let's face it. We love. Everyone loves the Cooley Hotel. Nothing better than getting to that thing.
I love the
and
Cooley Hotel.
but that's who we are as Aussies. Just put it out there. That's even though you've seen some horrible stuff in them and all the other pubs. There's that sweet moment where you're just looking around and everyone's your mate. Yeah.
You're getting amongst
Well, you
it,
guys
yeah.
have created a business